mean, I'm excited about this raffle lottery.
Hey, uh I had some questions on the new little lick. I don't know if this the place to speak on it or not.
You said on the new what?
So you sent out a couple of things, right?
In the classroom?
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
one of them was one of them was oh, I'm going to it. That's the reason why I just paused.
Okay, you good.
Okay, it's the pink cell. Like I was on it and I seen it, on it's a site where if you promoting, if you done made, NFTs or whatever like that, that's a site that you can promote. But with the pink cell, what was it?
The maze.
Maze. That what it was. Maze. Because like
The
I linked up I linked up my trust wallet
okay.
to see so I can. But when I clicked on it off of
Maybe
your
he's going on vacation.
Go ahead, Mobiz.
when I clicked on your what you sent to us or whatnot, and I went to the page, it was just a little bit of confusion because I didn't know really what I was looking at. So I just checked out the page and see what they was offering and stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. All right, and then because I want to, make some announcements. So here we go. Miss Selena, Wealthy Rising, how you doing today?
Wealthy Rising. I have a question as well when you get a chance.
Okay, you know what? This is on you now. You got the flow. What's the question?
Okay. Aqua. Well, first, lobster, the lobster wallet.
Okay.
I can't share my screen right now, but I've been getting like these transactions.
You've been
I've been
receiving you've been receiving aqua deposits?
yeah, like every couple minutes.
Yeah, I know.
So it is that like based. What is that based on? Like why?
That's based off the LP.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay.
because you have the LP set up, you now getting paid off of what? What happens when you got an LP set up? What are you doing?
You getting interest off of the money.
Yes and no. To you, it seems like interest, but in actuality, you collecting fees, remember?
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Per transaction, you get paid.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
And
you
that's
only see
based
the
off.
trend. Go ahead.
And is that based off of the amount you have in? Like the more you have in, the more fees you collect?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay.
You good?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Manny, what's
Oh,
going
oh,
on?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did have another question. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
About Aqua. Uh,
Okay.
have you have what? Do you know what the ice locks?
I haven't dug at it yet. I know what it is, but I haven't dug at it yet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you probably could tell me before I get to it.
Okay. Yeah, I was reading up on it, but I wasn't sure if it was safe or not. So I was asking
Oh
if
yeah.
you.
It's a way to
Okay.
extend the aqua. The aqua is just providing liquidity LP for the whole network. So that's something important to understand too.
Okay.
And I just posted a video. So watch this. I just posted a video about Akon saying he sold his Bitcoin for
I saw.
for the XLM.
XLM, right? Right? And I know why, because
Yeah.
I got connections in Africa. Algorand and XLM and Stellar are really deep in Africa, helping them get access to, banking and everything. So once Africa comes online with crypto too, this whole shit gonna blow up.
I put a
Wow.
video into the
Right. Mobius pushed that out there. Yep, I shared it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I seen it.
Oh, okay,
I'm like,
okay.
that made me feel more confident in it, but I'm already on it anyway. But to see
Hey, I
somebody
put it
who
out there because it gave me confirmation from what you put us on.
he building his own
It's the right
city.
direction.
So now he go the thing though. I gotta go find I gotta look up his token, right? Like, imagine this. I'm gonna look up Akon's token that he's gonna be using for his smart city, and I'm gonna set up a liquidity pool or get in the liquidity pool for the city. So every time the people are paying their rent, buying their groceries, paying their tickets, or whatever they doing, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, we're gonna get paid.
I'm gonna get paid.
We're gonna get paid.
And so that's how that's gonna work right there. All right, Manny, it's on you. You got a question?
No, I'm good. I just opted into your raffle.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to go over that right now. CJ, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody?
Peace, God, peace.
All right, Clarence, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here just listening in.
Okay, Miss Kedra, we got us a date later. Go over some things.
Yes, sir.
GT, how you feeling?
I'm good.
Tony, you in the house? All right.
Morning, everybody.
Yeah, I'm here. Wealthy Rising, bro.
Wealthy Rising. Miss Ashley, you with us?
Yeah, I'm on here.
G Smith.
I'm here.
David, you back? Are you back, David?
Yeah, I'm here.
Paris, you in the building? PA, I make sure I ain't heard from you.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
And Larry, Larry, you here? Let's do this. So this is the big surprise, the big announcement I got, y'all. The big announcement. Some of y'all already checked it out. So the wealth class now has a lottery. Okay, and you can use this video as a run back on how it works. I'll put it in black and white soon and post it in the class and in groups and everything. So the way this is going to work, there are going to be 25 tickets, 25 tickets, 25 tickets, and 5 colors. The numbers are 1 through 5 on each ticket. For each color, for each color, there's 1 through 5. The description says how to enter. You buy the token and you hold it. All participating wallets must hold an active ticket, which means your ticket must be in the raffle for you to be able to claim the $100 USDC on Monday before midnight on every Sunday, because you get paid every Monday. Whoever the winner is get paid every Monday. The unit name tells you which ticket it is. This is ticket orange 5. So we don't need to know the name of the winner. We only need to know which wallet holds ticket number, orange 5. And because we have 5 colors, that's what gives it that raffle lottery flair. The raffle is the ticket part. The lottery is the number part. The number is the lottery. The number is the raffle part, and the color is the lottery part. At least that's how I came up with it. Was where I'm at now. Where did they go? Nope. Apple Gems. Okay. So there we go. We got green, red, blue, yellow, orange. All right. You can buy as many as you want. There's only 25. The winner's selected every Monday. And the deposit will be there because they'll get paid right after this. So next Monday morning come up, we're announcing the winner for whoever's in the raffle. We also are going to use this. I'll get to that. courtesy of Larry. So I appreciate you for whipping this up for us, Larry, for the class. Okay, this ain't the right one. Can you post the link in the classroom for me, Larry? I shared it, but it's not loading the actual for the class. Do I got any questions so far on this?
Yeah,
All right,
where do we find it in Algo Gems?
On my profile right now, you'll find it on my profile until I transfer them to the actual raffle lottery. So for those that are in Wealth Class 3 already, you should be working on your NFD domains.
Yep.
You see it? Well, it's in the chat.
It's in the chat?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Jabbar, it's the Fed Now Killer. What's going on?
What's up, man? Chilling.
30+% on Fed Now?
Oh yeah, man. I caught that thing. Soon as I woke up this morning, I seen it. I said, "Oh, time to cash out." Soon as the transaction went through, I went back.
Okay, here we go.
It down.
Of course it did. Probably a meme coin, low key.
Went down like
check it out.
30%.
Well, as long as you caught it, that's what matters. So this is the Wealth Class Raffle Lottery. In order to win, you have to buy a ticket and you have to hold the ticket until the morning come up Monday. Right now, the tickets are going to just put in your offers. Y'all know how this go for y'all that know. You put in your offer. Some of them will have a sale if I can go in there and edit the right way. $25. It might fluctuate because, you know, the price of Algorand. So that also means you'll be able to get tickets for cheaper during the week if the price drops. Every Monday we paying out $100 to the winner. And then that's going to go up. When the price of the tickets go up, the price of the USDC goes up. After you win the game, the raffle, you can sell your ticket back to the game at a discount. So you get your winnings for USDC and you can put the ticket back in the game so somebody else can buy it. Or if you want, you can sell it back and buy it back to reactivate it for the next Monday. But once somebody wins, their ticket comes off the wheel. All right, so example, next Monday, we're going to spin the wheel. We're going to find out who owns it, and we're going to send them the USDC. 1, 2, 3, that's simple. Then they can take that ticket and sell it back to the raffle. They can hold it, keep it, whatever they want to do with it. If they take it out the game, that means only 24 tickets that can win now. So next Monday, we just replay it. Any questions?
You sell it back at the same price? You said something about a discounted price?
The way you'll get the discounted price is when the price of Algorand drops. So the tickets will cost 200 Algorand. So right now, 200 Algorand went up to $27. So when the price of the Algorand goes up, the payout also goes up too. So I want y'all to catch that correlation because it'll cost you more to get the ticket. And y'all can sell tickets to each other. You don't have to sell them back to the game. So you can sell the ticket to somebody else in the class who wants to play. And you can just keep all of the money from selling the ticket. And then they can go and activate it. So this is how we select them. You go to put in your offers for them. And like I said, when I get it I'm going to convert everything over to this domain name and use the vault here. So this is what's going to pop up on your wallets when you see the transactions. And I would definitely encourage everybody that's in Wealth Class 3 that's already on this stage to make sure they set these up. It makes it easier for us to send the money to each other using the domain names, and you don't have to give up the wallet address. So like Mo Biz was saying, so now you got your privacy and security already laid out because they only got the name that you decided to use. They don't get to see the address per se. All right. So if I got any questions on the lottery, y'all know how to get them for the most part. Everybody should know how to get them, and then it'll be in the class as well. All right. Any questions on this before I jump off? I'm gonna jump on Maze next, so I can cover that for Mo Biz. All right. What's the TVL look like? Let's check out this TVL. We on our way to 58 million. Okay, here we go. Q&A time. Tom, I see you made it to the party. What's going on?
Hey, thanks for having me. I've only been here for a week. Posted a question in the classroom trying to understand the folks finance loan, and I've watched the video. I've also watched your re-explanation, and I shared it with a couple friends of mine who are pretty crypto savvy, and we can't understand the math behind how you actually make any money, because let's say my upside goes up to 12% and I increase my borrow, let's say by $100. I immediately put that $100 on the downtrend as collateral. My equity has not changed. The equity is the total collateral minus the total borrowed. And I just took it from one side, put it on the other. But I'm looking at you and I'm looking at other people. I'm listening to other people saying, hey, I started with 500. Now I'm at 700. Now I'm at 1,000. What am I missing?
Okay, so what you're missing is you got the basics down of how to move the money, right?
Yes.
Part of the strategy is, let's look at can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So when my uptrend hits 10%,
yep,
it's gonna start printing money, right?
Yeah, it's basically your value. When your uptrend hits 10%, that means the total value of your collateral has increased, so you can borrow more.
So I get to pull the equity, right?
Well, you get to borrow more, right?
Yeah, I'm pulling the equity of the increased value. I want to make sure we're on the same page. It's basically like refinancing without having to refinance. I just get to pull the extras right off the top. You following me?
Yeah, and then when you pull that equity out of the borrow, where do you put it?
So me personally, I withdraw it sometimes. Sometimes I add it to the downtrend, and sometimes I add it back to the original loan and ride the wave. This is what I mean when I say we get paid off each candle.
Yep.
Right. So this is the 15-minute chart. And who got all that static? That's you with the static on?
Not me. Is anyone else unmuted?
That's D. All right. So let me run that. All right. So this is what I do in order to make money. We understand that the total collateral minus the total borrow equals our equity, equals our cash, how much we can actually pull, withdraw, peel off.
Yes.
When the uptrend is over 10% and we borrow, we have options at that point. We can withdraw the money clear back to the debit card. We can reinvest it in the uptrend and follow the trend, or we can rebalance the downtrend. Those are the options. Or we can deposit into the deposit account, or we can send it to Tiny Man, or we can swap it for a different crypto and diversify. We have options. And we also have the money still working as collateral. So the money's working as collateral, and we just pulled the equity out of the loan, and now we have options. You following me, Tom?
Yeah, let me do an easy numbers one. Let's say your collateral was 40K and your borrow is 20K, and the it pumped and you were able to increase your borrow by 1,000. Well, now your borrow is 21K. So that your equity is 1,000K less because you borrowed more.
Where's the 1,000?
Well, I'm just making up a number. Let's say
no, that's a good example. What I'm saying is we're on the same page. You got 40K, you borrow, you increase your borrow, you increase your debt. Okay, you increase the debt, but you still have the 1,000, right? The 1,000 was just sitting there.
Right. So and I've been putting the 1,000 on the opposite loan. So that would increase my collateral by 1,000. So I broke even.
Correct. But okay, so let's do it this way too. Because you still, once the market's moving, that'll balance and you'll see the profit. You'll see the gains. You'll see the difference between the collateral and borrow. Whether the market's going up or down, as long as you're repeating that strategy, that difference is going to increase. That's a fact. I don't care if it increases by $1, $5, $100, whatever you're doing, that difference, a spread will increase. As long as that spread is increasing, that means your available cash is appreciating, is increasing.
I agree. Yes. Is the spread increasing just because algo is going up?
That's one reason. It also increases when algorand goes down because remember, you're able to borrow and reinvest. So now that money is working for you as collateral instead of just sitting in the market floating. That's the big difference. You know, and this is better.
Yeah, I understand that. That's exactly what your video said, and that's what I'm doing. I've got a smaller number. I've only got about 400 collateral and 250 borrow, and I'll just keep doing it for a couple of weeks to see that difference. But I took it to some people who were mathematical, and they basically kicked me out of the Zoom. They said, nope, that's impossible. That can't work. Look at your net APY. That's the story. Your net APY is what you're going to make.
But the net APY only signals to you what you'll make if you leave it at that exact number for an entire 12 months currently.
Right. Correct.
They're not factoring in the strategy because they don't have the strategy. They don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Can I interject, you guys? I believe that if your if your numbers in collateral are very nearly the same within a small amount, then as it goes up, you'll make gains on the upside. If you then take those gains out completely and you put it towards balancing the numbers, if one gets ahead of the other, then you deposit it on the other side. Then as it goes up, you're still making, and then as it goes down, you're making on the other loan, the downtrend loan. So that the difference between the two is going to gradually increase in total.
So do I want the collaterals on both loans to be close to equal, or does it not matter?
It does
Well,
not matter because you'll be able to profit or take gains no matter what price the market is at, no matter which direction the market is moving. That's the whole thing. This is the simple math.
Yep.
It seems like that.
We get paid off a transaction. Simple math. We get paid off of transactions. When somebody spends their money, we get paid. When somebody collects money, we get paid. This is the simple part. Forget all of the numbers. We get a percentage, whatever the percentage is, off of those transactions. These greens signal buys. These reds signal sales. If they're selling a lot, we get paid because we have created the loan that pays us during a sell-off and that pays us during a buy, because it's increasing the value of our collateral and decreasing the value of our debt. That's the benefit of the downtrend. Let's highlight the downtrend. When the market is dropping, the average investor is losing money. When the market drops, they're losing money. In this strategy, when the market drops, because we have that underlying asset as our debt, the value of the debt decreases. It goes down. That increases our equity of the cash, of the USD. Are you following me right here, Tom?
Yeah, but let's say algo goes down by $100. So you gained that equity on the downtrend, but on the uptrend, you lost that exact amount of equity.
Correct. But remember, this is also investing, and you don't lose until you cash out. And because these loans are active, you're just letting them fluctuate and compound, right? Once you understand the fundamentals of what Algorand is, the blockchain, the network, the banking, the politics, the economical factors, all of that, blah, blah, all the propaganda, you just see it for what it is. Okay, it's great technology. It's helping process transactions. Just invest in it. And I'm saying put the whole house on it, but that's the right. They all do the same thing. Right. But I'm getting a little more strategic with it, and I'm taking advantage of how I see the market. Right. This is hedging. For those who don't know, I'm betting up and I'm betting down, and I collect the difference, and I keep leveraging the difference.
Could I ask, like, about what would one start at to get up to 60,000, and how long would it take? Is this a 1-year play? Is this a 2-month play?
For me personally, this is a long-term play and an active play. I use this account as a savings account, a checking account, and a retirement account all in one. So you guys are watching me build a piece of my nest egg with this account.
Hey, Rob, can I interject here? This is Rudy.
Go ahead, shoot.
So whoever asked that question, I think the thing to think about is you can't ask traders about banking. Don't ask a trader about banking, because they're looking at price, and we're not looking at price. We're looking at assets. We're looking at collecting these coins as low as possible. So it does matter what side of who has more. The way I'm looking at it, the way who has more collateral. Because remember, if your collateral is heavy on the uptrend and not as much on the downtrend, when the market goes down, you're going to see your value of your account go down, right? Because mostly everything in your assets, your collateral, is in one side of the loan. So when that price goes down, your account's going to look like it's down, but really it's because you're buying these coins up even cheaper. See, everyone else is selling, getting out of the coins. We're collecting them. We're collecting them as they go down. Remember, we're discharging coins. That means we're putting coins as the price goes down. They're putting coins in your pocket, right? That's what you're collecting on the downtrend, coins. So what you decide to do from there, you could turn it to cash and cash it out. But what we do is we put it on the top, because again, we're adding to our collateral. Because now when the price goes up, then everyone's going to be like, oh, Walt's a genius. Walt's a genius. Yeah, I'm making money because your collateral value is going up. We're not trading, we're banking. You gotta don't ask traders about this, because they don't understand it. That's the whole key. Don't look at your account values either, because remember, it's all pegged on the algo, and algo's been dropping. Algo's been dropping since 420. So no one looks like they're getting rich, but they're collecting coins, because when the market returns and goes back up to 24 cents, guess what that collateral is going to do without you doing anything? It's going to be pumping out cash, right? So you got to think, the more coins you have when it does pump, the more cash you pull out. The more collateral you have on the downtrend, when it pumping down, that's why Dennis kept saying when the market turns, load up the downtrend side. Don't even worry about an uptrend. That's what he's talking about, is because you don't want to, because your value is going down because all your collaterals in one asset. So remember, we're banking. Look at assets. Don't look at price. It's tricking you because your actual collateral is dropping. Remember, the dollar doesn't drop. It's always a dollar, right? But the price of algo does change. So just remember, if I try to do the numbers myself and you never can figure it out because again, the collateral's price is moving. When they do this with your house, do they appraise your house every day? No, they don't. They don't appraise your house because if they did, they'd be freaking out just like you guys are because the price of the actual collateral is moving. But anyways, I hope that
that's a good example, Rudy. The house part, I like that. They don't appraise them, but that's the thing. Even if the price of your house drops, do you sell the house because it's cheaper? You hold, you wait, you keep collecting the rent off of it, or you keep, maintaining the property. That's all we're doing here. We're managing assets. That's the long-term play part. Long as we manage the liquidation doesn't go to zero, you get to manage the money and it continues to grow. So inadvertently, by just focusing on the liquidation margin, you automatically make money. Even if you don't look at anything else but just besides the liquidation margin and keep rinsing and repeating the process, your account is going to grow just from doing that process. Like, even if you don't get it, that's what's going to happen. Again, if you see right here, it says net APY, negative 1.51%. That says that because the smart contract, the system, the program is calculating me to leave this number here and let it go from there. It's calculating that I took the $27,000 of equity out. So I'm going to be collecting interest on 40,000, but I owe so much to myself that it's calculating a negative percentage yield. So it's growing negatively, but I'm not focused on that because I know how to rebalance the account where I can push the APY up. I can repay the borrow. I can move the liquidation. I can take all the money out right now. I have the access to do all of the management that's required to maintain this account and grow it, right? Like, how many people been with me since when I had the account at 63? Somebody just drop a 6 in the comments for me. Who was with me when the account was at 63,000? Let me see. Frank, keep an eye on the collateral balance to understand your growth. I keep a spreadsheet to understand the growth. I started with $10 and my collateral is now $68. Over 10, then borrow. That's correct, D. When you hit 10, over 10, you borrow. All these sixes. See what I'm saying? Y'all been with me since I had 60,000 and I'm on the way back because we got to hit this 100K before the end of the year. That's the goal with this account. Tom, you got any clarity from all of this?
Yeah, thank you. That helps.
And then this is another thing. A lot of people probably don't, like some more analytical people that are overthinking off first sight. They might not see just the simple increase that you get. Remember, every time you borrow, you add to collateral and then you borrow again. So if I take $100, I'm going to just do it again for this video for education, right? So when you put $100 in, the max you can borrow is $70 right away. So we're going to put $100 into the practice loan. This $100 could be 100,000, it could be $1 million, whatever. It could be $1 million property, it could be $100,000 property. It's our asset. It's what we're putting up. We're using this as collateral. This is what we're starting the game with. Okay, if this was a property, this is what we're taking to the bank to get a loan. Right? If this was stock, we'd be borrowing against our stock. This is what wealthy people mostly do. They don't give up their assets, they leverage them by using equity. Okay, as you can see, the collateral already compounding, right? It's not much, but it don't come too small until it don't come at all. So as long as it's coming in, you're gonna always have a fighting chance in the money game. So we let that compound. While that's working for us, we look at our liquidation margin. It's the most important part of the game. We control 100% of the collateral. We're gonna borrow, and just so I don't have to deal with the fluctuation right now, we're going to borrow the 70% max. We're going to choose variable because we just want to ride the wave. If it's stable, we pay more, and these both always go up and down. So tomorrow the variable could be 5%, which means the stable is going to shoot to 12. So as long as you're still are, have that borrow, the debt is going to be accumulating a lot faster, stronger against you. Do you guys get that? Because I get a lot of questions about this variable over stable. I always prefer variable because it's giving me fair market for the transactions. Any questions on that right there? Variable and stable. Okay, and it says stable instead of fixed, like you get a fixed rate on your mortgage. Stable basically means the same thing. All right, so we borrow this. Bam. So we have $100 as collateral, and then we borrow $72. Our liquidation margin goes down. The only way it goes up is if the price of the collateral or the borrow fluctuates. That's the only way that the liquidation margin will change, is because the price of the collateral or the borrow fluctuates. Now we just borrowed $72, so we can add that.
Hey, Walt, can you hold for a second?
Shoot, Rudy, go ahead.
Go back to where you were.
Here.
Right here. See, you're already negative AP net APY is negative 1.73. It's because what you borrowed APY is paying you less. See over here on your left, it's 1% APY is your collateral. That's what they're paying you. But you're borrowing. Oh wait, you borrowed the same coin. But
yeah, it doesn't matter though. It's the thing.
You borrowed the 3. You see, that's where your negative comes in. That's why people are looking at that negative APY. I don't understand. That's just the cost of money. Yeah, so if you want to get that back to 0, all you have to do is borrow less of the higher API and hold the lower API, if that makes sense, to keep that net. But why would we want to do that? We want every dollar we can put to work. We want to be a negative because we want to borrow as much as we can, because that's stacking collateral, right? That's why it's a negative number. Now, if you were just going to be this long term and you weren't going to, and you just really were just trying to park your money and really be hedgy, you would want that net APY to be 0 or better, and you don't care about your liquidation margin. It can go up to 15, 16, but you're making money every day without doing a dime. Right now, you're technically losing money every day just on your loans, but because what Walt's saying, we're pulling out liquidity and stacking it. So it's constantly growing at a negative number, but we're collecting assets. I hope that makes sense with the negative APY up there.
Yeah,
you see it right there.
It does for me.
How many times
for me now, actually?
How often are you guys pulling out? Like I can't set up my computer all day, but I look at it at least 20 times, and probably 3 or 4 times a day there's an uptrend or a downtrend pump, and that's when I manage.
Okay. Do you got it on your phone, on the mobile version?
No, I got it on my laptop, but I work from home.
You know how to put a chart, just put an alarm on a chart, just any kind of alarm that tells you any kind of uptrend alarm, some kind of RSI cross or MACD cross, anything like that, just to give you a signal like, hey, this thing is actually moving from its norm. Maybe I should take a look at it. You could do something like that if you don't want to.
How many times a day would you say you rebalance?
It depends on the market, bro. Oh, I don't rebalance. I just pull and add to the other side, but I don't add right away.
This is the rebalance, Rudy. That's the rebalance. I rebalance as much as possible. I'm greedy. I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
So okay, and then
you gotta think. Hey, can you show me the rebalance? I don't know the rebalance. I've just been adding to the other side. I'm kind of lopsided right now, but
okay, so when I say rebalance, I mean the action of borrowing the money and rebalancing it to the account. It doesn't matter which loan you put it to. Just by putting it back in the loan is the rebalance. Because if you take $100 and you put it into the loan and the liquidation margin goes back above 10%, that means now you can borrow again from what you just put in. So like, for example, I'm not going to do it, but if I were to put the $71 here, this would be $171. And then I would then borrow about $40 again, turning the borrow into $110. Rinse and repeat, right? But the only difference would be that using algo on either side would make the account fluctuate. Right now it's just there. I hope this, well, I know for some of y'all, this still like fresh. You know, y'all still getting it. But do I got any questions on this, on folks finance right now? Anybody else got a question? And look how we only made that little point 12, those 12 points on that $100. Imagine having 100 grand or 50 or 500 grand in here and you make 12 points on your collateral. You got to understand what 12 points are. 12 points, 12 pips, right? That's 12 points. Well, let's say 100 pips, 100 points. I got 100K and I just caught 100 pips. However many it is, right? Bam. I caught 100 pips off of, and I'm not trading where I have to set a certain amount, put a stop limit, put a take profit. I'm going to let this thing ride. And then when I see it, I got 100,000 in collateral. And this is the uptrend we're talking about right now, because this is the plan. We get 100,000 right.
Well, you also got 0.12 pips, if you want to say 0.12 portions of a collateral. Like say it's a shaving off of a gold bar or something, you add it to your stack, and it didn't cost you money, but you added to your collateral. And then when the value of the collateral goes up, those shavings all add up to another bar eventually.
Yeah, they bring more profits. That's why my focus is increase the collateral. Once the collateral hits 100,000, like right now, when my account goes, for anybody that's been doing this long enough, when this account goes to 10.5, that's $150. When it goes to 10.10, that's about $20, $30. When it goes to 10.01, that's about $2 or $3 per pip, per point. Right now, I currently make $2, $3 per pip. That's the math. That's the math that I'm using. That's the formula, right? And that's what folks finance is allowing me to pull when I do it. So I'm giving you the actual numbers that I'm at right now. If I only have $500 in, when it goes to 10.10, I might get 89 cents, or I might get $2 or I might get 89 cents actually, or 40 cents, right? Because of the leverage. But with trading, you have to keep repositioning the trade, and you can still lose if it goes the opposite way. With this, we are not losing. We're only collecting for more collateral on either side.
Hey Walt, it's Sam. Tom put in the chat that he started with 300 last week and his equity only went up about $4. So based on those numbers, is he doing something incorrectly?
No, he isn't. But one thing that did probably slow that down. One, the assets that he accumulated have been losing value when he's probably doing that. Like imagine this, I'm getting paid on the downtrend, but I'm adding money back to my uptrend. So that's steady going down. So it may feel sometimes like you're throwing money into a pit. I've been there before. But because you understand the mechanics, once it turns around, like we all witnessed a couple of weeks ago, the market dropped 25%, 30%, and now it's back up over 50%. And that's just from holding alone, right? And I know everybody's circumstances are different, how they get it, how they learn it are different, and then everybody's learning from me what I'm doing. So it's a good thing that I'm still doing this like actively, as opposed to saying, oh, this is how I did it once upon a time, and now you're trying to do something that's old school. But this is right now. So this is exactly what I'm showing, exactly what I'm doing. This is how I make the money. Right, I even did it to the point where you can put $1,000 in here and take the 700 back out. Now you have 700 in your pocket. Your 1,000 is still growing. Compounding is going to move slow. It's just $1,000, and it's growing at a, 1%, 2%. But your money's growing. It's not doing that in the bank. That's another win for this strategy. And then you take the 700 and you can reinvest it or withdraw it. You can allocate it somewhere else, and you're only actually leveraging 30% of your original investment, but you have the value of 100% of your investment. So it's like a leverage factor. It's the same strategies that most people are using with investments, just a different vehicle. And I say that all the time because you gotta kind of mold your perspective to see how are you really making money with this strategy. This is the same exact strategy people use with real estate. Same exact strategy people use with life insurance. It's just using crypto and folks finance. So if those strategies work and they're basically the same, you get the asset and you pull the money out of it. You get the policy, you pull the money out of it. You set up the account and you pull the money out of it. Same concept, different vehicle. So if those strategies work on the different assets, it also works here. You know, I can't stress that part enough. Like, it's the same thing that most people don't even get those concepts. It's people that own properties and don't really get how much leverage they sitting on. Just like people that have credit cards, they don't understand how much leverage they're sitting on because they don't really get credit, right? They're sitting on credit cards, but they're so worried about the score because they don't understand how the factors work. All of it's a scam to me, but once you learn how the scam works, you can use it. Do I got any questions? I know I'm rambling.
Hey, Walt, do you swap any of the collateral from one side to the other when the market like moves heavy like it did from like 420? Are you just going ahead and just discharging debt, or are you like actually taking some of your downtrend, paying it back, and then added it to your uptrend or anything like that, just to kind of discharge more debt on the up, up or down, or do you just straight balance every time? Because I'm thinking about, like, right now, it looks like Algo. If Algo doesn't hold this 13, let's say 1310, 13, there's a good chance. Yeah, there's a good chance that it could probably go back down and retest that 11. So I'm thinking to get my APY back up over 1, I might. I noticed that your loans, you had some US dollar in there with your collateral, and you were discharging with dollar, and that makes a lot of sense because you'll be borrowing at 1%. No, yeah,
Rudy, you off. Sounds like you off, Rudy. Let me clear this up for you. Okay, so one thing that I do not recommend and I do not do, and I have done it before, is take money from this collateral and add it to this collateral. I do not recommend that. I do not like that. I do not want you to do that if you can avoid it.
I was just trying to get more greedy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to show you how, because I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
If anybody's been paying attention, anybody been pocket watching me, at one point the downtrend loan was at 34,000, and the uptrend loan was about 24,000 or something. The reason that the downtrend was so heavy was because I kept borrowing from the downtrend and adding to the downtrend, borrow from the downtrend, adding to the downtrend. So automatically, I'm basically stacking and borrowing from free because the market's dumping. Does anybody not get what I just said about the downtrend?
But then you're borrowing Algo and adding USDC, right?
Correct.
So, but then you take away the ability for Algo to grow because you're not stacking coins anymore. Because
I'm not stacking. That's correct, but I'm not stacking coins, but I'm stacking USDC, and that's a good thing because obviously right now the market is going down. If I were to take that borrow Algo and put it on the uptrend while it's steady going down, I'd be putting it here and it's going to go down and lose value.
Yeah.
So because I know that, I'll just ride the wave until it starts to reverse. When it reverses, I'll start the process here and just let it stay wherever it's at. So right now, because I took money out recently and I had to rebalance some things, now the uptrend has been pumping, which we've just seen over the last few weeks. And that's why the uptrend is a little higher than the downtrend now, because I've been borrowing more USDC and adding it to the uptrend to pump. So another fun fact that I've learned doing this. Let's say that the uptrend is losing value. The uptrend is losing value. And I don't want it to keep losing value, so I can slow it down. I can take advantage of this fact that it's dropping, and I can take advantage with the uptrend on the down market. How do I do that? I swap collateral. This is one of the things that you can do on other platforms. So now By swapping the collateral, I'm swapping 1,300 in Algorand for 1,300 in USDC. That's going to increase my liquidation margin, right? So this is a question for somebody right now. If I were to put, let's say, let me just put it there. Let's do 30. $4,000 into my collateral. I'm swapping it out. I'm turning 4,000 in Algorand into 4,000 in USDC. Doing that increases my liquidation margin from 8 to 11. What do I do next?
Take that cash.
All right, you should be over the 10%.
Who got this echo going on? All right, what's going on? Okay, hold on. I'm about to get back to that. Tom, you see the life insurance analogy, but when you borrow against the life insurance, you usually invest that and then use the return on investment to pay back the loan. You don't normally borrow against the policy and then add the same amount back, right? Personally, I don't know because I'm not using that. But what I will say is this. When you borrow against the life insurance policy, the policy is still doing what it's supposed to do. You don't have to pay it back because it comes out of the policy. So you're really just leveraging there, but you do still have to pay the premium on your policy. So that's a fee, that's an expense that you have to maintain with the policy. You have to pay monthly, whether you're paying the loan back or not. You got to pay your premium or you lose your policy. Then with folks finance, you do not have to repay the loan back. That's the thing. You do not have to repay this loan. You are in control of managing it, as opposed to that policy is in the hands of the insurance company and they got paperwork on you. Or if you get a loan from the bank, they got paperwork on you. There is no paperwork with this. You are in control of the transactions. So either it's going through or it's not going through. Either you're making money or you're losing money. It's all on you. I hope that was a little more clarity for you too, Tom. What was I just doing?
Thank you,
Okay,
Walt.
so
And I appreciate that, Dad. That does help. I didn't even think about going ahead and collateralize the same loan that I'm money. That's awesome. Thank you.
So that's how you ride the trend. If you downtrend is pumping, you keep borrowing from the downtrend, add to the downtrend. Now on the uptrend, this is a little trick that I do every now and then. I'll turn some of my, like right now, my Algorand is at 95,000 coins. At one point, I had almost 200,000 coins, right? But I know how to play with the platform now. Like I've been doing this long enough where I know how to mix and master the different buttons, basically. So I turned the 4,000 from Algorand into 4,000 in USDC. Doing that increases the liquidation. I still got my 4,000. So I still have that high collateral. So when the market does move from whatever Algorand I leave there, I still get to borrow. But as of right now, though, if I click swap right now, I'll be able to go borrow about $300. Right now, I can borrow. I'll be able to just pull $300 extra out of the loan if I do this. You're following me right here?
Yeah, one question though. Let's say I want to switch back. Now it's going to do the opposite to me, right? So when I switch, do I want to have a pretty good liquidation margin in there?
Exactly, because it's going to drop you. So you got to be careful, because let's say let's say it was at 4%, right? And you wanted to add, and you see the uptrends pumping, and you're like, damn, I want to add more Algorand. So you swap this out, it's going to drop you. So you have to wait.
Right.
But choosing when and where to add liquidity, take liquidity out is going to vary for everybody. That's why I said, once you learn the basics, once you learn how to work the platform, you will start to freestyle.
Oh, this is awesome right here. I'm so glad you showed me this, because I was thinking of a way to do this, obviously, because I trade as well. So I'm watching trends all day. So this is great. So when I switch back, so basically anytime I want to add cash, like my paycheck or any kind of capital coming in, that's when you should make a determination. Do I want to use that liquidity to swap my money, or because then you have that extra liquidity, right, without having to.
Once you learn it, Rudy, you can do it however you're comfortable with. Like right now, let's say right now, I get $1,000 right now. Let's say I get $1,000. I send that, obviously I put as much as I can in here. Like I tell people all the time, I'm about 80% living off of crypto, 20% I keep cash around. But let's say I get the $1,000, I'm just right now. If I get the 1,000, I'll put 500 on the downtrend. I'll put 500 on the uptrend. And then wherever it comes out after that, I'll let it flow from there. So I just added 1,000. So the 39 goes to 40, right? Because I added 1,000. If it does go over 10% anywhere, then I borrow. And let's say it allows me to borrow 600. I'll come back and put that 600 on top too. So now it's like I added 1,600 worth of collateral, and that'll end up putting this at 41,000. So as long as the collateral is growing, the borrow will grow. If you decrease your borrow, that is when you decrease your collateral. If you decide to repay the loan, the only reason I would recommend doing that is to withdraw from the collateral. The only way I can take money out of this 40,000 is by repaying some of the loan and then taking out from the collateral, or wait for the market to move and just borrow more. I'm not afraid of debt. I understand how the accounting works. I understand the equation, the math, the numbers. I personally get it. And I'm just doing what I can to explain it to people in different ways. But it don't get no simpler than this. I promise it don't.
Well, I got a question.
Go ahead. Damn, GJ, why you gotta be all in the camera like that, man? What's going on? What's the question?
If you had that $1,000, would you put it in the uptrend loan and the downtrend at the same time, or you just wait?
Right now, if I was to do it right now, I put it on the uptrend first because it's closer to 10, which means I'll be able to pull out more once it fills up. And then whatever I pull, I'll just throw that on the downtrend probably.
Okay, bet.
Let me go over this maze before I get out of here. Man, I thought we've been on here longer. We only been on for an hour, huh? Do I got any questions? I'm about to go over this new project we got. We got 3 days left.
Okay, I got a question. Well, it's a question, but so yesterday I was managing my account, and I was seeing if I was trying to just do something of doubling my account up, and I borrowed from my uptrend. Well, no, I repaid, and when I repaid under, it goes under the collateral, and so when I did that, I got back. So it repaid my borrow, and it went back into my wallet, I think.
No, if you repay the borrow, it goes into the liquidation margin.
I mean, okay, after. So it went into the liquidation margin.
If you borrow, it takes away.
After I repaid, it went back into the liquidation margin as 100, right? And then I went.
You withdrew 140.
Yeah, I withdrew 140.
After you repaid, your liquidation margin went up. Did you reduce after that?
Yeah, I did. So I reduced. So so the loan was done. So I'm like, dang. I really didn't want to do that, but I wanted to see what was going to happen.
That's okay. So, that's why I made the video for the repay and reduce. That's how you take the money out. That's what I do that's how I got from 60,000 to 40,000. I did the repay and reduce. I don't do it that often. I'll borrow, add collateral. That's what I do.
But I did add though. I added a 1,000 back into my collateral after I put it back into it.
Okay, so you took money out and then added it back.
Yep.
Okay, so I mean it was good for a test, but don't forget, you killing some of your gains on fees on transaction.
I noticed that.
You know, so like
I did
once you
notice a
learn how,
lot.
it's okay because you're learning, but once you learn it, you're not gonna be so quick to just, you know, make a transaction. Like sometimes I want to put money in and I just gotta wait because it's like if I put it in right now, I gotta wait for to hit the goal. I'll give it some more time now and then get in. I'll hit the goal fast.
Now I was only getting in at the 10. Now when it was on that uptrend and it was on this game, that's when I was doing it.
That's it. Just ride the trend. That's everybody should get that after this call. When the uptrend is pumping, borrow from the uptrend, add collateral to the uptrend. Borrow from the uptrend, add collateral to the uptrend, and just ride it. And just when it starts to go down and reverse,
same.
Borrow from the downtrend, add to the downtrend.
I think that's the difference, Walt. I did not get that nuance, so I always take from one, add to the other, take from one, add to the other. So I didn't ride any trends. So I'm gonna focus on that this week.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, get better at that. What was I about to look up? All right, Maze. So this is for anybody that I know some of y'all did already because y'all sent me the screenshot. Where is it? I thought I put it up here. I didn't put it up. Okay, here we go. So who already has Coin?
What coin?
Who has some Coin already?
I do.
So this is one of the projects that I'm with right here. And then Coin is the main project. The new project is a sister project to this project. So who does not have Yoko?
I do not.
I don't think I have it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I got the NFT, I believe.
Okay, so anybody that does not have Yoko, go in the classroom and comment. Tom, you good now after posting this? Yeah, that was about an hour ago. So you better off now after we done talk.
Yep.
My main man, Frank. Oh, y'all want to hear something that's so amazing or another announcement? Frank is working on the bot for this. So just how I'm actually always so active doing this because I get it and I've got to make sure I'm on it. He's coming up with a bot that's going to do all of
Man, that's too much real heat right there. Don't let you say that.
Ain't that some wonderful news right there?
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great news.
I can put that on the
You serious about that? A bot?
Oh, Biz, you ain't got no Yoko, but you had some already.
I have the NFT.
Okay. You don't got the cryptocurrency.
No, I need some.
Okay, yeah. So the beautiful thing about Yoko is 1% of all transactions go back to the people. So think about like liquidity pool. Instead of liquidity pool, though, it's just how the token works. Those are the tokenomics. Every transaction, 1% get chopped up and go to everybody. It don't matter if somebody spends, it don't matter if they buying or selling. And then on top of that, you get paid from the liquidity pool. So that's Yoko. The link is in the class, so y'all can do some more research, check it out. I've been dealing with this project for almost a little over 2 years now too.
I have a question about the liquidity pool as well. I'm not sure if you're talking about that today.
Yeah, I'll cover that. I'm rolling up right now, so I'm gonna run some more of this because I want to make sure that this video got enough information in it because y'all can play it back or share it with somebody. But this is Yoko. I just want to show y'all that I'm on there. I'm on the team with this. It's solid. And if any of y'all are in the chat or the Facebook group, y'all know what's going on, or the Telegram.
Fly in that tie, bro.
Say it again.
I said you're looking fly in that tie.
Yeah, I don't look like that no more. I done got older.
Me too.
I done got older, but I got better. So that's all that matters. So that's Yoko. This is the new project. Okay. This project is about to be the shit. It's a game, so it's a play to earn game type of thing. All right, and we still building on it. So Eric is the programmer, the developer. If anybody hasn't checked it out, it's in the class. So right now, this is what's going on. There's 1 billion tokens. 136 million is available right now for us to buy pre-launch before they go live. When it goes live, it'll be available for everybody to get access to it. That's why y'all got the inside scoop. And because this is crypto, it's not considered insider trading. We just sharing information because this is a community. Also, if you look at the screen, you get 5% for anybody that you put on to this. He just paid for this last night after I talked to a few people. I was a little upset about it because I told quite a few people that got on this and I didn't get my 5%, but it ain't no big deal. It's on there now. So anybody else that's coming on board, once this hits 4 ETH, right here where you see it says 3.8, once it hits 4, it's going to move to the next phase. Once it launches on the DEX, other people that we don't even know will see this and get to buy into it. The main two things that I like about this token are, let me go to the website. Where is the site at?
Is there a reason why he's using F for this instead of BNB? Because the Yo coin was BNB.
Yes, because one reason is because it's more ballers on Ethereum that like to just buy and invest into projects. That's one reason. You know, you got to remember that there's ages on a lot of this stuff. So Ethereum's a big dog in this fight. So people gravitate to it still. Some people only stick with it, only know it. But we know a lot of different blockchains and networks. This just works better for using the Launchpad, this Pink Cell website, because people come to this site looking for projects.
Right.
You know, and he could have used BNB, but we get paid more off of Ethereum because Ethereum has high gas fees. So the people that use Ethereum don't mind paying the gas fees, which means we are collecting bigger fees off of those transactions.
Okay.
If you hold 1 million or more of these Maze tokens, you get automatic USDT from the transactions. And remember, this is a smart contract. So this is how the money is programmed to transact. Every time somebody buys, if you have 1 million tokens or more, that's about $200. Every time transactions go through, you'll be receiving rewards. What else? There was one more thing about the contract. Oh, every time transaction goes through, I think it's 3% automatically goes to the liquidity pool. So the asset becomes more valuable automatically.
What wallet do you need for purchasing that one?
Trust Wallet or MetaMask will be fine.
All right.
Hey, Walt, can you go to their website?
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to do.
Because I'll be full transparency here. I teach cryptocurrency to another group, and I teach them how to avoid scams. And I have been in so many tokens that ended up being a pump and dump scam. And when I went to their website, I'm like, what do they got? The website's not good. It looks like it was put together, very quickly. And then I'm like, they got chess. okay, that's not super innovative. Is this just something that, we're looking at a pump and then we get out, or is this a long-term play?
No, this is for a long haul.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's going to come with those short term, because we understand how the technology works. We program it so that we're able to hold it in profit and actively profit. And they all can do that, right? But some of the creators like to keep the liquidity to themselves. That's what this whole crypto thing is about, liquidity. That's the solution to a lot of the transactions that we deal with now. There's not enough space to let it flow. But yeah, he updated the site again.
So there's also a 9% buy and sell tax. So every time you buy this token or sell this token, you lose 9%. So it's got to go up 18% just for you to break even.
Depends on how you use it. Depends on how you use it. Depends on your strategy. What if I just buy it and just sit it in the liquidity pool?
Right. Do they have a liquidity pool for Maze token?
So they don't have anything yet. We're still in pre-launch. It's going to automatically create a liquidity pool, and it all has an automatic 3% goes to the liquidity off of each transaction. So out of that 9%, if you got your assets set up the right way, 3% goes to the liquidity pool off of each transaction. So for those in class that I've taught liquidity pools to, you understand the importance of that part. 3% to development to keep doing different things, adding games, website, all of that other little fancy stuff. And then 3% goes back to all holders. And then you're right. That's what he was saying, though. Must have the 1 million. That's what I was saying, that right. Must have 1 million to be a part of that 3% rewards right there. And he did just do this, though. Like, this is in the last maybe 2 weeks. And then we're going to do we're going to do Yoko airdrops to the Maze tokens. Since a lot of the stuff, since BNB and Ethereum is compatible in a lot of places. But Tom, I know I see you made a post or a comment about it when I had posted it. So you did a little checking on it. And you said, what are your thoughts again?
Yeah, well, like if you click on games right now, like let's say I'm excited about this new platform, this is going to be the best thing ever, and I look at games and I'm like, backgammon, chess, Minesweeper, those are 1980s. I'm not like, wow, this is really innovative. I want to throw thousands of dollars into this.
Yeah, I know. So all I'm going to say to that is I agree with you, and he's very good at doing the computer shit, but he's not very creative. And
yeah,
I tell
so
him,
my thought is a lot of these types of plays, you get in pre-sale, and then when it launches, people buy and there's a pump, and then all the pre-sale people sell, basically, and they make their little bag, and the coin goes away forever because it just got dumped and it went to nothing. If this is a longer term play, that's different. If this is a short term play for us to get in now early and then get out, that's good to know.
So it's not short term.
Okay.
And that's coming from the top. That's coming from the top. And then you ain't gotta worry about that, because shit, I'm gonna be one of the biggest holders anyway.
Okay.
Because I want to collect that 3%. So anybody that is buying and selling out because they want to pump and dump, let them do it. My philosophy on investing is get paid off the transaction.
And do you know, will that 3% just be airdropped to your wallet?
Yep, it's in the smart contract.
Ah.
So once we hit our 4% soft cap, it's gonna launch on Uniswap.
Well, some of those tokens at launch go up like 1,000 to 10,000%.
That's what we want.
Right. If you're lucky, and then a lot of people dump. So just watch your bag and maybe sell some and take your profits. So you're playing with house money for the long game.
What you do is you take profits, add to liquidity pool, and keep some. That's what you do. Because if everybody's going to keep selling,
take your profit and leave your collateral there.
that's it. I mean, but you got to think different strokes for different. Somebody might want to say, you know what, I'm taking half of all of this. I'll leave that and I'm taking this. Somebody might say, oh, I'm just going to leave it. And somebody might take it all, right? It's just different. You never know. And those are the things that affect the market up and down. You don't know who's going to buy, who's going to sell. We don't know if, you know, today or tomorrow, some big whale institution is going to say, I'm taking this 20 million out today, and we're going to move it over to this other place. That's going to affect a lot of people, but that's not their problem. That's not what they're basing the transaction. They're focusing on getting their return, which is why I tell everybody, just because my account's here and is working this way, you have to manage your account and work it the way that benefits you after you learn how to work it.
You were talking about games. Have you seen the project by Razzie? It's called like Space Mermaids or something. I think it's that game is supposed to launch today. It'll make her the first one.
If you can, post it in the classroom, James, so we can check it out.
All right. I'll find a link to it and post it.
Say it again.
I'll find a link to it and post it. It's going to pay out in NFTs.
Okay, that's beautiful. Yeah, send me that. Let me see that. Definitely let me see that. I'm gonna put that in Wealth Class 3.
All right.
Let me see. One more time because I want to look at it again. Anybody got any questions though before we get out of here?
One quick question, Walt, on lending pools. Just while I have you on the phone, okay. You know, that new lending pool that we got into, where I got into with Folks Finance, the F algo, it ends in like 7 days.
Yeah, I took my money out. I took my money out.
I was about to ask you, whenever, let's just say I'm staying in there till the 7 days. Do I pull it out, or does that 7 days it just cashes me out? Or
no, you pull it out. It stops earning after the 7 days. You pull it out.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I pulled it out already because in 7 days you can estimate about how much you're gonna make. So I knew it was only gonna be a few more dollars, so I just took mine out. But also, what I noticed is other people took money out too. Right? The TVL was at 760, 704, something, 700. And now it's back to 6. And the APY was at 94. Now it's back at 100. That's because money came out. Mm-hmm. So now the interest, the yield is more for everybody that's there, which is cool. You know, I used it, I made some money, I took it out, boom, 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 and I can put it back or whatever. But I love this because the lending pool is what I teach. I teach you how to deposit on Folks Finance. I teach you how to set up a liquidity pool. I teach you how to stake at the farm. This is one button to all of that.
Excellent. Okay, and then also on the tiny man pools, those just keep. I don't see an expiration. Those just keep rolling, right? I got USD to algo, tiny man.
That's all you need.
Okay, cool. All right, bub. Thank you.
No problem. All right, so how many people are going to get on this lottery so we can start making this money grow? This is a group economic transaction right here.
I came in a few minutes late on the lottery. What's the payout? 100?
Yeah, it's $100 every Monday. The winners get picked every Monday.
And the rest of the funds go where?
Liquidity pools. So that way, even if you're not playing, you'll still be able to get a little percentage of it.
Okay, I need to look at some of your videos about the liquidity pools. I've missed all that.
Okay, I'm actually about to go over liquidity pool right now.
Okay, I'll wait a few more minutes. I shared the link to the to that game, her Twitter. It's free. You need a Zoom wallet, XUMM, and you attach it to the game. and you just play the game. Sometimes you win, and at randomly it'll pay you an NFT.
Huh. Need to put that out. All right. Liquidity pool questions. Let's do liquidity pools real quick.
I got a question about
Okay, let's go.
the calculator. I saw a calculator on there. I'm not how I guess how accurate it is. I guess the question is.
Which calculator?
All right, so when I go to farms, I go to overview and I click view your farms. On the view your farms, when you scroll down right next to the current earn, there's a calculator there.
Are you talking about Pack-Fired?
Yeah.
Or Tiny Man?
Nah, Pack.
Oh yeah. Okay, now what about it? You all off
right.
into something? What are you talking about?
Yeah, the liquidity pool. The so when I hit farms and hit overview.
Okay.
Wait till you get there. Okay, so farms overview and your pools or your farms. When I scroll down, there's a calculator right next to current earn.
Okay, what? How accurate is the calculator? That's the question, right?
Yeah, is it talking about after this pool is done in a few days, or
No,
what's the
your money is accruing while it's in the pool, in the farm. It's accruing right there. You should be able to see it says when you click on your farms, it'll look like this.
yeah, with that calculator right there.
Okay.
Well, I guess I didn't understand it properly, I guess. So when I type
I played with this before. So let's just put 1,000.
So is that?
So you got 1,000 liquidity pool tokens. You'll earn $10.
Earn $10 over what period? Is
we got max on it. So whatever the max is for that pool, whatever the max is, whatever the maximum of days allowed for that farm is, how long it'll take for that 1,000 liquidity pool tokens to earn you $10.
Oh, so if it's like 6 days, at the end of 6 days, it'll be $10 or
But
whatever.
it'll happen during the 6 days though.
Mm-hmm.
And this can change because you can start earning more or less depending on how much money is flowing.
Okay. All right. That answers my question.
Okay. All right, next question. Somebody had a question about Tiny Man. Who does not have liquidity pool set up on Tiny Man? Who does not have liquidity pool set up?
James does not.
After you get the hang of folks finance, this is where you're gonna go. Okay, this is a liquidity pool for the casino. So every time somebody buys or sells, I get paid right there. Opal, this is for music. Every time somebody does something with music over there, I get paid. Coop is a meme coin. This is good money right here. That's all I'm gonna say. I got a video on my YouTube about the Coop. Wealth class tokens. So this is the tokens that we use for airdrops to teach people how to set up liquidity pools. This is where the money will go from the lottery tickets or go into here. So everybody that's already set up with the wealth class tokens, money that is made with these lottery tickets will go towards the liquidity pool. And then certain liquidity pools, you can farm those. After you set up the liquidity pool, then you go to the farm. So for example, let's just do D-Fly. For those who know about D-Fly, this goes to the wallet. You earn from that. I've had this for 59 days. It's been staking for 59 days. There's only 182 people in. I get paid. I get paid every day at 6 o'clock with this farm off Tiny Man. Every day at 6 o'clock, I get paid. And I've been doing this for 59 days. And all you have to do when you have a farm is go to it and just claim the rewards that are earned from staking. And I teach it this way because they all pretty much work the same way. You just have to learn how to do it a few times, and then you can go to a whole different network and do the exact same thing, create the same streams. And I can unstake right now if I want, see? But instead, we just let it grow, let it compound, right? And just collect every day. And these are transactions that are generated from a liquidity pool. This is why I like liquidity pools, because I'm earning more of the asset.
Are all of these compounding?
All of this compounding.
So when do you have to claim for that to compound, or do that compound even if you're not claiming?
No, the claim goes directly to your wallet.
Oh,
so,
okay.
if you want to grow it, you have to add more liquidity. You're going to increase your commitment. Yes, sir. So this is the next step for some of y'all after y'all do folks. For the rest of y'all that's ready.
I've got, I'm sorry? Yes.
All right. So for the rest of y'all, those who actually have an understanding of Wealth Class 2, Wealth Class 3 is available for y'all to enroll in this class and start getting the stuff that's over here. Okay, I have it separate to not overwhelm people, but there's a whole nother class that I'm making, and I'm making another one after this for some more different things. Okay, so, and this is where we get more into, like, I'm taking you deeper into liquidity pools and NFTs in Wealth Class 3. I'm gonna make some, but first I want you to know how to make the money and move the money, because once you get to making it, you need to know how to diversify. That's the most important thing, because it's gonna flow. When I say this is gonna flow, and I haven't even felt it to the point where I've imagined it, but I know how to do math. So if I'm getting these gains, these returns off of just this level here, I recall when I was just using $1,000. Now I'm using 40,000 as collateral. Like, this is just money sitting on the table that I'm able to make money off of when the market's doing whatever it needs to do. I'm not even worried about making money. I know the money's working. I know I can go in here right now and pull out $1,000 if I needed to. But instead, I'm going for the leverage. I'm building wealth, you know, and I'm about to be 34 this year. So I'm putting it all on the line. I'm using what I know. I'm going for what I know. All right. So any questions while I'm rambling? Or anybody got any questions before I cut this short? This was what, an hour and a half call? Pretty good. So we covered the lottery, right? Payout is right now. Payout will be $100 on Monday, and just like the lottery, because it's attached to the price of Algorand, the ticket prices will go up. So when you guys want to buy your tickets and resell them to other people that want to play this week, you make money off of selling a ticket to them. The price of the ticket goes up. The price of the payout goes up. It's just keeping the money flowing. It's, you know, it's for fun. You know, and who can't use an extra few dollars, especially if you know what to do with it, because you could put the 100 into your private bank, pull out the change, and keep it, and then you're good. That's what I plan on doing. So lottery, went over the maze token for those who want to look. Somebody just, whoever it was, they just got some, because remember it was at 3.8, now it's at 3.9. So somebody just got them some maze token. So it's gonna be fun though. And then I'm glad you said something, Tom. Anybody got any suggestions on the website? Because this is our project. So if anybody has any suggestions or ideas about how to improve the website or make the community better, more organized, or anything, chime in, please. After you got your folks finance together, those who ready, we're gonna get you off into the tiny man and the liquidity pools. For those in wealth class 2, for those in wealth class 3, y'all are already on PackFi, pools and farms. And remember, Tiny Man and PackFi are both decentralized exchanges on Algorand. They do the same thing, different ways. Okay. And that's it. So no questions. I appreciate y'all coming to the morning come up. We're going to do it again tomorrow. And then tomorrow we're going over NFTs, NFT Tuesday. So I'm going to highlight the lottery again, because these are NFTs. So these are digital assets. These tickets are digital assets. So I'll highlight those, and then we'll cover some more algo gems tomorrow. So anybody that's not familiar can get more information on that. And that's it. So I'm out. I appreciate y'all time.